Well, g'day everybody out in bike land, how you going? Today we're going to have a look at a bike stand, a bike repair stand. And remember, all these reviews are from a cyclist's point of view. None of us will be doing any of this without riding our bikes, right? It's our number one priority. So let's get into it. So this is a Venzo product, and you probably know Venzo from their excellent quality shoes and pedal combinations on eBay. Well, they do make quite a few other products, a lot of other products actually, and a work stand. This is a work stand, one of them that they do. Now, you might want a work stand for repairs in your workshop if you're doing that sort of thing, taking things apart, servicing your bike, or maybe just cleaning your bike. Really handy to lift it off the ground, have your bike, you can get around it easily when it's off the ground. Or you may just want it for storing your bike and displaying, especially inside your house, have your bike on display. This stand was only $119 Australian, free postage. So let's get into having a look at it. Some instructions. Comes already assembled.
So included is a standard front quick release skewer which holds the forks to the repair stand, and a sturdy plastic tool tray. The stand is pre-assembled straight out of the box. All you need to do is unfold the legs, extend the rotation arm and put in the latch pin. Step 1 says to insert the quick release skewer. Now if you're using a through axle front hub, it'll accept the skewer up to 15mm. And to use a through axle, simply remove these lining holders. But we're using a standard quick release wheel, so leave them in. This whole silver unit here is called the fork fixing base, and this release knob allows the base to slide along the rotation arm, and it enables the stand to accommodate different size bikes. So we'll put the standard quick release skewer in, take the front wheel off of our bike, and rest the bottom bracket of your bike on this plastic piece here. I found the gear cable guide on my bottom bracket too wide to enable the bottom bracket to sit nicely on the stand's curved cutouts. Sliding the fixing base, getting the right length for the fork. There we go, and do up the quick release. Right, that got the bike on the stand, and it seemed fairly straightforward. Also included is this Velcro nylon strap. It fits underneath the back of the rotation arm and goes around the bottom bracket area of your bike. This should prevent your bike from slipping off the plastic bottom bracket rest on the stand. Whilst the bike was secure on the stand, there was however a bit of sideways movement, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Now let's check out some of the features. Undoing the top quick release enables the bike to swivel. Yep, it swivels all the way around 360 degrees. The next quick release down adjusts the height. It's about a 30cm difference between the low and the high setting. That's nice and high. You won't get a backache reaching down when you're fixing your bottom bracket. And your bike can still swivel all the way around. The bottom quick release is for folding up the legs, but as you fold up the legs, the stand increases in height even more. Now the bike's really high. It's probably not recommended that you have your bike on the stand while the legs are folded half up, but I reckon it's a great idea, especially for displaying your bike, and it's still relatively stable. And it still swivels 360 degrees. At the bottom of the instructions, there's a warning, and it says, must be in alignment for the rotation arm with the leg base of workstand to avoid the frame falling down. So let's rotate the bike so it's in alignment with one of the legs, and we'll see how stable it is now. Do up the quick release, and let's rock the bike back and forth. Well, no problems there. Very satisfactory. Now we'll undo the quick release and rotate the bike to the worst possible point in between the legs. And give it the rocking test. Yep, it seems definitely stable enough. I really didn't notice any difference, whether it was aligned with the legs or not. I don't think you'll have a problem of the bike falling over at any angle. And now let's put on the tool tray. These two protrusions here fit in these two slots on the tool tray. Simply undo the second quick release and pull the height up, fit on the tool tray, and you're done. And you can have the height up or down. Loading up the tool tray with a few tools, screwdriver, pliers, snips, spanners, and even a large adjustable spanner. Well, it's a little bit low to reach, but not unreasonably so. And you can still spin your bike 360 degrees with the tool tray loaded up. Checking out the sideways wobble now, I can't see it posing any problem, and the bike's certainly not going to fall off the stand. So let's see what happens if we put a heavier bike on, say a 29er mountain bike. First, adjusting the fork fixing base to accommodate the longer bike was quite easy to do. Do up the quick release on the fork, and it seems to sit nicely. Let's have a look at the bottom bracket area first. The gear cable guide on this bike is narrower than on the road bike, and it seems to fit in between the flanges of the plastic bottom bracket rest much better. A little bit of sideways wobble, but it's about the same as what the road bike had. And tightening the bolt on the slide arm didn't seem to make any difference. Again, easy to work with and good height. And I just love that 360 degree rotation. And checking out the stability at all different angles, no problem whatsoever. Getting back to this wobble, the stand itself seemed to be quite stable and strong. But the fork fixing base seemed to be rocking on the slide rotation arm. And this rocking isn't just caused by the weight of the bike. It can even be rocked by hand, and this is with the release knob tightened all the way up. Even if the release bolt was replaced with a continuous threaded bolt to further tighten the clamp, the metal would simply bend at these points and not fix the problem. This is the only flaw I could find with the stand, and quite minor at that. And remember, with this style of stand, without your front wheel in, you won't be able to align your front disc brakes. There's also another strap included. This is meant to hang the front wheel on the stand. Handy for storing or displaying your bike, but seems to serve no purpose if you're fixing your bike.
Well, that about wraps it up for this Venzo display stand. I'm glad that I bought it. I really like it. I think you've got to look at it in three areas. The first area would be as a display stand or a cleaning stand, home cleaning stand. Well, it passes with flying colours in those aspects. Number one, it looks good. It's matte black with its chromy little bolts on it. It looks really, really nice, and of course it holds the road bike and mountain bikes. And it's also got these chunky rubber feet on it, so that's great. Also, a wonderful plus is the fact that it goes so high. It goes high and very low as well. So that's definitely a plus. It's easy to adjust, slips nicely on that. Great in that aspect as well. I would say, if anything, don't have the tool tray on. You don't need the tool tray if you're using it for a display stand or for cleaning, maybe, but probably not. The second area to consider would be in a home workshop situation where you might be using it every second day, twice a week or something like that. It's definitely stable enough. It's very well built and it's got the strength in the right places where needed. It also folds away so nice and small, so neatly, so great if you've got a limited amount of space where you live. It just folds down and folds down and folds down. And there you go. And it's only 3.8 kilograms. Great, so you can throw it in your car if you need to take it somewhere as well. The third area to consider, of course, is in a professional bike shop situation where you're making money from fixing your bikes. You might be fixing 10 bikes a day or more maybe. So you're going to want a decent stand and you're going to have the money to spend on it. You're also going to want the clamp style stand as well for different shaped bikes. So I would say for the workshop, you could definitely use it as a backup, an emergency backup. For me, I'd be putting it out in the display area, in the sales area, or out the back where you've got it permanently set up as a cleaning stand for your bikes. So you could even use it in a workshop situation, just not as the major repair stand. So in conclusion, it's a great stand. I'm not sponsored. I wasn't given this stand. I paid full retail out of my own pocket for it. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I think Venzo have done it once again, value for money.